It will take the most elite team on Earth. Skipper, Kowalski, Rico, and Private.
We're the elitist of the elite. Up high! Whoa, hey now.
You know, for the longest time, I've been wondering when the fuck DreamWorks was gonna make another good movie.
Yeah.
Seriously, dude, it's like I've seen so many of their movies. I'd argue I've seen almost all of them, except for Kung Fu Panda 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Did
you see B movie? I thought you didn't.
No, I fucking saw a B movie.
Oh.
I fucking saw a B movie. I wish I didn't see a B movie.
Yeah, I was gonna guess you did not like that one.
I'm in love with you. I don't fully remember what the fuck the movie was about, other than something about honey and lawsuits. Like that was my fucking takeaway. And I think David Schwimmer was in it.
So wasn't it Jerry Springer in there?
No, not Jerry Springer.
No.
Jerry Stiller?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, Seinfeld.
The Seinfeld guy, right?
Yeah,
Jerry Seinfeld?
Yeah, Jerry Seinfeld.
I think that's his name?
Yeah. But
Someone boring as fuck was in that movie. That's not the point. God damn it, B-movie sucked balls. You know what didn't suck balls?
What was that?
It was...
Oh. Yeah. We are talking about that today.
Isn't it ironic, by the way, that there's a movie where the fucking side characters get a film, but it sucked at being Minions. Watch it. Did a vlog on that too. This is a movie based on the side characters.
And it's good.
And it's good. It doesn't suck.
Yeah.
It's surprisingly... It's very, very funny.
Yeah.
It's very clever. Great animation, as expected, though, from DreamWorks.
Yeah, great action and all that sort of stuff.
Great action. Yeah.
This all got the full package, really.
Yeah. The premise is actually pretty interesting, because this is actually a continuation from Madagascar 3.
Where the penguins are just escaping from the horrible music of Madagascar 3. It's like, oh my god, get us out of here, let's sing the song again.
It's great, because the movie starts off, you meet was it Skipper, Kowalski, and Rico. They're already together as kids.
Yeah.
Which is great, because they're kids, but they have their adult voices.
And they just look so adorably cute.
Yeah, so it's already funny, because it's like, oh, they're like cute little kids, but they have their adult voices, so that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
And it's great, because it opens like...
March of the Penguins.
March of the Penguins. Opens like March of the Penguins, because that was a thing. And because DreamWorks always likes to make their pop cultural bullshit.
Yeah.
So it has to be something that had to happen in like the last 5 or 10 years.
Yeah.
Because then it's going to be put in a DreamWorks movie.
Yeah.
Unless you're How to Train Your Dragon, because then you don't have to be pop cultural savvy.
Yeah.
You could just be a good fucking movie. That's the only difference. So this one opens, and they're doing March of the Penguins, and I really do like how self-aware it is.
Yeah.
Where it's like, baby penguin egg rolls away, and Skipper's like, well, why don't we go after it and go save it? And one of the fucking penguins goes, oh, well, we lose kids like all the time.
No, we just let it happen.
It just happens. And then like one of the this female penguin walks by, she goes, we can't do anything. We're penguins. We're cute and cuddly. And it's like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Go save that baby, you pieces of shit. Fuck you guys.
You were just like, oh, it sounds like nature should be the answer. Like, but no, I reject nature.
I reject nature. They leave. They go save the egg. Hatches. You see the cutest of them all.
Yes.
Private.
Yeah, Private.
Private's like adorable. It's like it's this fat hunk of fluff.
Yeah. It's a British accent.
And yeah, of course. Well, because he was always British, so of course, like we're not going to question how like all these other penguins sound like Americans, but this one penguin in particular, the cutest one, is a little British one.
Because British accents are adorable.
They are. He says "crikey."
Yeah.
That's instantly cute.
Yeah.
That's,
yeah. Just a plump little British penguin.
Plump, yeah, he's a
born in Antarctica.
Plump British butterball.
Yeah.
And then we move to the present, and it's literally at the end of
Madagascar 3.
Madagascar 3, and they're at the circus, and they're playing that stupid King Julian song, and which is great, by the way, because when we watched this with Duke, I don't know if you heard Duke, he said, I can't believe we had to sit through 3 of those fucking Move It movies before we finally got this.
I like to move it, move it.
Yeah, you know what I like to do? I like to drown whatever fucking animal King Julian is in like a bucket full of lime.
Oh, he's a ringtail lemur, and I think a lot of people would say that too.
That sucks. Ringtail lemurs are like awesome,
Yeah.
but Julian wasn't fucking awesome.
No.
But so then the penguins were like, you know what? Fuck this circus. Fuck these characters. Let's be honest. You guys only give a shit about us.
Yeah.
We're gonna go have our movie now.
Yep.
So then they go. What was it? They break into Fort fucking Knox
Yeah.
for Private's birthday because it's like I don't know, blank X amount of years to whatever his
Yeah.
his birthday is.
Yeah.
So then they go. They break into Fort Knox, and it's like, oh shit, they're gonna go rob Fort Knox. No, they're gonna go hit a vending machine.
Yeah. But the only vending machine in the entire country that has the most beautiful of all snack foods, cheesy dibbles.
Motherfucking cheesy dibbles. Look at that shit. Fucking cheesy dibbles.
Yeah, you see how Predator looks at it. He's gonna make out with that bag.
Over there.
Yeah,
Over there. There we go.
he's gonna make out with that. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he's got like crazy eyes too. Actually, he's got like crackhead eyes. Like, fuck yeah, I need my crack.
Well, that probably it has enough chemicals in it to be crack.
Well, remember Skipper says that too. He's like, barely untoxic. Like when he's like describing the fucking cheesy dibbles.
Yeah,
it's like,
it's super toxic.
there's so many chemicals in this that biologic it should be illegal, and it kind of is in most states, except for this one vending machine
Yeah.
in Fort Knox.
Yeah.
So they break in, they get the cheesy dibbles, so it's cool. Everyone's happy, mostly, until this douchebag abducts them.
Yep. Pulls them into the vending machine and takes them to his evil lair. And it is their most fiendish of all enemies, Dave.
What about Professor Blowhole?
We don't talk about him.
Why the fuck not? He was like an arch nemesis to them, though.
He doesn't exist in the movies.
But he was in like.
He doesn't exist! No.
Okay, so this octopus, not Dr. Blowhole or Professor Blowhole, whatever the fuck his name was, the dolphin. It's not the dolphin, even though the dolphin was in the shitty TV show, and I think there was a TV movie,
Yeah.
by the way,
Yeah,
or special or some shit. The
probably
point
not.
is, it's not the dolphin. It's this octopus
Yeah.
named Dave, voiced by John Malkovich, who, by the way, I am officially under the belief John Malkovich is actually like a long-lost cartoon character that we didn't know he was lost,
Yeah.
but we totally just found him.
Yeah, he just like explodes on screen with all his energy.
Yeah, he's so fucking articulate, and like he's so loud and
Yeah.
bombastic, and
Yeah.
you're like,
Oh wow.
holy shit,
Yeah,
that's John Malkovich?
Yeah, he's super villain material.
Wow, because I've seen so many stuff where he sucked. I don't fully remember because the movie was terrible. I think he was in Transformers 3.
I wouldn't know. I have not watched any of those movies, so check it out.
If you ever see the first live action Transformer movie,
No.
then you've literally okay. But if you ever do, for whatever reason, if you end up seeing the first one, then you've literally seen 2, 3, 4, and you know what? I'm gonna call it right now. You've probably already seen 5, 6, 7, and 8, which are the ones in development.
Wow, we can see into the future now.
Yes, and they're gonna make major bank because they always fucking do.
Yep.
So the basic premise is simple. This douchebag is angry with them because this is actually kind of interesting. Basically, this asshole is super pissed at the penguins because when he was at the zoo that they used to go to, he was like the star attraction. I don't know why an octopus was the star attraction compared to the fucking lion that was established in the previous
Yeah.
3 fucking movies.
Yeah, you think he would have like took it up all the attention and all that, and he did in the first movie and all that. Like everyone was surrendering. Like, oh my god, Alex, you're awesome.
Yeah, I thought the first movie was like the main attraction to the New York zoo was the fucking lion.
But it turns out it wasn't them. Maybe it was like in the farther path because like the penguins are like little kids and all that. I don't know. And then he got booted out before Alex came in.
Shit, you know what? Yeah, let's go with that. Because let's be honest here, we shouldn't have had to sit through 3 fucking Madagascar movies to get to this point. Because like even when you see like the first Madagascar movie, and as soon as you're introduced to these characters, right away you're like, I'd watch a flick with those.
Yeah.
With the fucking penguins.
Oh, I wouldn't watch a TV show.
I wouldn't watch a TV show though. Too mediocre,
Yeah.
as you know, Morton Joe would say.
Yeah, but basically, Dave's plan is like he's pissed off at the penguins. He's basically going to capture all the penguins in the world and basically use his Medusa serum on them to turn them all into ugly monsters. To
I
basically,
think it would be better off if you just like poison them or some shit. Like, I got all the penguins in one area. Why don't you just pump the room full of poison? Like, keep pumping the poison in until they're dead.
Yeah, but Dave seems to be a little bit more like, I want to basically make them
Yeah,
feel
no,
like
yeah,
what
it's-
they made me feel.
It's super villain. It's super villain. Because
Yeah.
like a sensible person would be like, I'm just gonna fucking kill you. A super villain's like, I want to make your life fucking miserable.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you get the same like joy if you just like killed them so like they're not around? No, I want to make their lives fucking miserable.
Yeah, and that just makes Dave like a super great villain character.
Yeah, because he's sociopathic.
Yeah.
And so like the whole thing is he's gonna use this Medusa serum, which, by the way, I noticed a loophole in the movie. Like after we watched it like the second time that I never realized. In the first act, they whoop his ass. The penguins whoop his ass and steal the serum, right? And they go to the north. They get taken by the North Winds into protective custody.
Yeah.
They give the sample of the Medusa serum to the North Winds, and they never developed a fucking antidote for it.
That would have actually been smart to do.
They were just like, we have it. Shrug.
Well, put it in the garbage. We don't need that anymore.
That really would have been better if they just had a scene where it's like, we got it. Mission accomplished. Let's all go home. America.
Yeah. Yeah, we should just have like one of the Northwind characters just do this. Like, we saved the day. We just have to destroy this right away so it can never be used again.
Throw it in like the waste bin.
Yeah.
Like a nearby like waste bin, and it's like, there we go. It's like the coffee
Yeah,
grounds.
then Dave comes on and just says, I have even more Medusa serum. It's like, oh, I'll go grab that now.
I actually like that was like really funny. So like they go to the new characters introduced, obviously besides Dave being the main villain, is the North Winds.
Yeah,
And the North Winds is this
secret agent animal group.
Yeah, like everything that the Penguins like to pretend that they actually
Yeah.
are those things.
Yeah, it's like
So the North Winds is this elite special covert operation of I'm pretty sure there's more animals because they have like a big, it's like SHIELD from the Marvel movies.
Yeah, it's a huge thing.
But they only focus on 4 fucking animals.
Yeah.
But we're assuming they're more operatives. But they're all polar, Arctical animals.
Yeah.
So it's like an Arctic owl. That's Eva. She's
Yeah.
like intelligence and communication.
Yeah.
You have Short Fuse,
Yeah.
which was like a little sea.
Seal, like demolition and all that.
Yeah,
sort of
demolitions. You had Corporal, which was the big awesome bear,
Yeah.
big old polar bear.
Yeah, with the big gun, just boom.
Yeah, the
just
big,
zapping.
big gun. Yeah, and then you had the wolf.
Yeah. Yeah, the timber wolf or whatever sort of wolf.
Arctic wolf, I think.
Yeah.
It might be a timber wolf, actually.
I think it's timber wolf, whatever name classified, and he's just the leader of the group.
Yeah, he's the leader. He's great. He's voiced by Benedict Cumberbatch of Sherlock fame.
Yeah.
Holy shit, this guy's fucking voice, by the way.
Yeah, I was really surprised with him. I did not think he would like have that sort of like range to go like super goofy and all that sort of
It's
stuff.
weird because you watch Sherlock, he is funny in there, but it's this very subdued, dried humor.
Yeah.
And then if you see the trailers for Doctor Strange, he puts on an American accent because Doctor Strange is an American superhero.
Yeah.
And it's funny because you're like, oh shit, he can do like calm, collective, and then you get to this movie, and it's like, man, he could fucking do goofy like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
This fucker's got skill.
Yeah.
Same thing with like Dave and like as John Malkovich playing Dave, really
Yeah.
skilled. Favorite though has got to be the polar bear, just because it's fucking Peter Stormare. And
Yeah.
I fucking love Peter Stormare.
Yeah.
That guy's in so many good things. He's everywhere. I love Peter Stormare.
Yeah.
Like, so the premise is pretty simple. This guy is gonna just abduct all the penguins, hit them with the Medusa serum, turn them, mutant and all uggo, and then release them onto the world.
Basically, make them all unloved and probably kill them afterwards.
Well, yeah, because they're all like monsters at that point.
Yeah.
And then, like that's basically it.
Yeah.
Like that's the premise. So it's a sort of a superhero movie in
Yeah.
a way because it's like we have to stop this big epic supervillain
Yeah.
from committing this atrocity to penguin kind.
Yeah. Well,
So-
we're basically following the penguins around, who are just basically like a bunch of deluded penguins who think they're like all secret agent, but they're
Yeah.
really not.
Yeah, they like to think they have skill, obviously to
Yeah.
some extent, but at the same time you need to realize where it's like, oh, they got skill, but it's more like dumb
Accidental.
luck. Yeah, it's like
accidental.
it's like bullshit by all logic. Like by all sense of logic, they should probably be dead 100 times over.
Oh yeah, especially being fired out of the cannon they stuffed with dynamite.
Yeah, they have can stuff with TNT. Yeah. Animation is just breathtaking in this one. I think that, like, I swear to God, the cool thing about DreamWorks movies is it feels like that they still need to prove themselves compared to
Yeah.
like Disney movies. So they're always pushing
Yeah.
further and further.
Yeah, they're pushing like their narrative and all that sort of stuff, like trying new things and all that because they want to like one up Disney in some sort of fashion to basically show like, yeah, we're like better in Disney in that sort of sense. And I would say in a lot of sense, like I like DreamWorks animation a lot more than Disney animation a lot of the times.
I think it does come down truly to whatever the project is you're comparing.
Yeah.
Like, How to Train Your Dragon is fucking gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Like, visually, it's just so fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
And then you have something like Frozen's nice,
Yeah.
but it's just
Nice.
because it's like it really didn't do anything too new with it, because it's like snow effects. Dude, we've had like 5 fucking Ice Age movies. We've seen snow effects before.
Yeah, they're probably doing it a lot better than...
Because they've been doing it for 5 fucking movies. They have to get it,
Yeah, they have to, like, nail it down at some point.
Yeah, and that's the thing where it's like with DreamWorks though, it feels like they're the scared, like, little sibling or cousin to like the big Disney
Yep,
corporation.
yeah,
It's
like they're, like,
we
almost
gotta
cornered
we
and all
gotta
that.
prove ourselves. We gotta show them that we can make quality stuff. And animation wise though, DreamWorks movies are breathtaking. Like, look at all the color in this image alone. It's
Like, it
just
still,
so
like,
beautiful.
pops out even, like, through the camera and all that. Like, you can see that, like, just pop on screen.
Like, even when even like his Dave's octopus minions, if you look, there are some subtle differences
Oh, yeah, you
in
see
how they're
the-
designed.
Like,
Like,
you see someone had, like, scars on them.
yeah,
like, different
Nicholas.
colors.
Nicholas had like a huge scar
Yeah.
over one of his eyes, and it was blind. It was whited out.
Yeah, that was a brilliant joke that the writers put in there.
Oh,
Like, all-
Dave's
yeah.
weird affinity for like actor names.
Yeah, like throughout the entire movie, like Dave would just basically call out each of his minions, but basically call out and certainly like Nicholas, cage them.
You know, Drew, bury them.
Yeah,
Drew, bury more power.
yeah,
Hallie, bury them.
yeah,
Hugh, Jack, man the cannons.
yeah,
Kevin, bake on
Yeah.
because he was the chef.
yeah.
And it was all these like, by logic, it should have been annoying and stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It was so damn funny.
Because he also, I think it's just the way that he sort of takes it sort of seriously like that. It's like they're just
Because
like
he's playing it straight?
Yeah, like playing completely straight.
But he's like not addressing it all. It's like,
Yeah.
do you not notice that you're like fucking naming
Yeah,
celebrities when you talk?
I think the joke will be ruined if like somebody actually mentioned it. It's like, oh, wait, are those actor names or something like that?
Yeah, it's like, do you have just an affinity for Hollywood? Like, are you like a cinephile? And
Yeah, in that moment, it would have just ruined the joke
like,
completely.
it's funnier because he's like just saying this shit, and it's just like, oh wow, he's like not even like aware that he's actually doing it. It's like, oh, it's almost like a nervous twitch or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the thing about this movie though, I do like it.
Mhm.
I really do. You know, we watched it twice in one day. You know, we
Yeah.
watched it just the two of us, and then we watched it with our friend Duke. And honestly, I do like it. I really do. But at the same time, it's almost a level of, this is good. Eh.
But because you had your like standard set so low, sort of thing, right?
Yeah, and I think part of it too is like, because it's a movie based on the penguins, who, for all intent and purposes, were side characters of the Madagascar films.
Yeah.
You don't. Do people really want to see movies about fucking side characters? Like, would you watch a movie about like Pain and Panic from
No.
like Hercules? I mean,
Yeah.
maybe it's just me, because it's like, I do believe like there's a good story potential for anything. Like
Yeah.
that's the beauty of potential. Potential is just so open.
Mhm.
You know, anything could happen. You know,
Yeah.
that's the beauty of potential. But then you hear it and it's like, we're gonna do a movie for the penguins. Okay, so their characters in the last 3 Madagascar movies are what? Secret agent,
Yeah.
faux secret agents,
Yeah.
and shrug. That's really it.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, well, let's do a movie on that.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, like just putting it back to like the TV show, like why it didn't work there to see like the penguins like have their little adventures, all that. It's like it was a little bit like too closed in and all that because they just kept them in the stupid zoo and all that, which they were supposed to escape before, but
I thought that was the first movie. I thought the first movie their objective was to escape the zoo.
yeah, they escaped the zoo and they never went back to the zoo. Really, like the penguins' plan was never to go back.
What
to
was
the zoo.
in the second movie? Did they make it to Africa?
Yeah, they went to Africa and they basically got stuck there with the penguins flying off, basically get help and all that.
Oh, and then they just never came back for them.
Yeah, they never came back from them. They just went to a casino to get money. Yeah.
I'm not lying. I would do that.
But that's just because you don't like any of the characters, man.
That's 100% true.
Exactly.
Third film, what happened? Did they go to the circus? They were at the circus with them,
Yeah,
right?
they-
That's why
yeah.
they escaped in this.
Yeah, I think of the circus, they used all their money to buy a circus, and basically they got home, they realized like, oh my god, The zoo sucks. Let's go back to the circus now.
Okay. So the circus was better than the zoo, I guess?
Yeah, because they basically controlled anything. They didn't have any humans around or anything.
Oh, do the penguins own the circus?
Yeah, yeah. They basically we basically have their two chimpanzee sidekicks and all that.
Oh, the one that has sign language and shit?
Yeah, and it was all proper and all
Yeah,
that.
One's English and one does sign language.
Yeah, they basically hidden stupid opera wig and all that sort of stuff, and just did that. And that's basically how it went to 3. They were just like, oh no, screw this, we're out of here now. Things are just getting too dancing and all that.
And then we had this.
Yeah.
So let me ask, okay, seeing this, because they stopped the bad guy, obviously.
Yeah.
They saved the day, everything's cool. So let me ask, would you watch a sequel? Even in your opinion, I'll take it a step further with that question. Do you think there's room for a sequel?
That's pretty tricky. I'm just the sort of person that basically just goes I'm fine with
where it's at.
Yeah, that's what we get is fine with me. Doesn't really need complete a sort of sequel sort of narrative. If Toy Story ended with just the first movie, I would have been fine with that. Because really the story goes on in your mind and all that. You see all your favorite characters that's going on.
You don't need Toy Story 4.
Yeah.
Where the fuck's that gonna go, by the way? Fucking Andy's I'm done with these toys. What's he gonna be all geriatric? I remember.
Here's Andy kicking back and doors I changed my mind. Give me them, you stupid girl.
I'm just wondering, is he gonna come back and he's all senile? Actually, you know how it might work? If Andy has grown up and the toys go to his kids.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That
But they
actually-
already belong to a little girl now, so he can't really go
Oh,
back.
he
and
gave
say-
him to his sister, right?
No, it wasn't his sister.
No, just a random little kid?
Yeah, it was just a random little kid.
Well then fuck it, who the hell cares?
Just kicking the door, steal it back.
He goes up to the little girl, kicks her in the fucking teeth, takes the toys back. He's got a ski mask on and he's I'm Andy! And he's shooting
I'm
up the
a kid
house.
forever! Just running down the block holding the toys.
And then he runs out to the car. Sid, start the car! And Sid's it's the Popo! And he just peels the fuck out. It's what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
Toy Story
Yeah.
4.
But yeah, going back to the sequel and all that, we see little character development from the characters and all that. Basically it's sort of the Private sort of movie. Because everyone shits on Private.
Yeah, which is weird because I never thought
Causing trouble and all that. He's pushing the buttons and all that. He in the Christmas special they had, he was the one that was basically captured and the other 3 had to go save him and all that. So he's basically kind of the weak link of the group, I would say.
Yeah, well, that's why, it's in the name, he's the Private. He's I always thought he was the expendable one. So it's look, if we could send him on a mission that, might be too deadly, well, we can't send the intelligent officer.
We can't send the crazy guy.
We can't send the crazy guy because shit ain't gonna get done, or it will, but it'll have a shitload of casualties. Well, Skipper's the leader, he ain't gonna get his fucking flippers dirty.
Yeah.
Shit, if only we had an expendable. Hey, Private!
Go and put on a mermaid costume.
Yeah.
And just shake your little fins.
Oh, wasn't that priceless?
Yeah.
Oh, you made my day. Oh, the puns. This thing
Yeah.
is so pun-filled, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
It's very punny.
But it just sort of works for this, I feel, with the
Oh,
lighthearted
yeah.
sort of tone and all that.
Yeah, no, the beauty about it is the humor is
Yeah.
very solid. Characterization,
Yeah, I think
Good.
I think I sort of like the characterization of it, how the story went out with Private and all that. It could be seen as a little paper thin and all that sort of thing. It's basically I'm using my power of cuteness to save the day.
yeah, and that's kind of lame.
Yeah, it's kind of like he didn't kick any octopus ass or anything like that.
No, everyone else did.
Yeah.
Everyone else beat the shit out of these
Yeah,
octopi.
he was just running away, or just I get a big fucking truck and just drive over some of them.
Yeah.
That was the closest to kicking the shit out of them.
Yeah, well, but the cool thing is, though, the Northwind team does bring in a lot of
Yeah.
badass action.
Yeah, yeah, they do. They bring in a little bit with Benedict Cumberbatch and Skipper just going head to head and all that. You could see a little something from Skipper and all that, because we know Skipper. He's just sort of a self-absorbed
ego,
sort of
yeah.
asshole.
That's why you have that bit in the beginning where it's they're trapped, and then the Northwind saves them, and Kowalski goes, "I'm sorry I doubted you, Skipper," and he goes, "Never doubt the plan, Kowalski." It all comes together, and it's you didn't fucking do anything! You got lucky that they happened to show up, and you didn't just get killed!
Yeah.
You stupid fuck!
Yeah. Yeah, and he's just got such a huge ego that he's treating it as all the Northwind just crap just right away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just eating a cheesy devil right in his face.
Yeah. Which is great, because then they call back to that later where, where Classified's eating a fucking biscotti and he
just chews
crunches it in his face.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. It is.
Yeah, it's got decent characterization for the characters. Like, we see, like, an arc for each of them. The weakest arc would have to be Kowalski and Eva.
That went nowhere. Cause, like, it's funny because it's almost like we want to
like,
introduce a love story, but we got like nothing here.
Because we basically got Kowalski like, whoa, like a big owl and all that. Like, she's got big eyes and all that. That's sexy for me. Big eyes, like touching the eye.
That was actually a thing in Rocco's Modern Life.
Yeah.
When Grace's big head was hitting on Rocco, she goes, "Touch my eyes, touch them." So he like sticks his hand in, he's groping her eyeball, and he's like, "Yes."
That's what
Lovely.
That's what Kowalski would
That's
do.
what Kowalski's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but that's the thing though. Like a lot of the characters though is just sort of they, other than being who they were, they didn't do anything else. Like Rico was just like, Rico blows shit up and he's crazy.
Yeah.
That's it. That's like his character.
Yeah, that's really all you need Rico to do, and you really just only need Kowalski like be the smart one of the group. Just basically like does the dry sort of like, we're just gonna die right now. That's the probability of it, sort of thing.
Yeah, and
like he's just the blunt like the knowledgeable one of the group.
Yeah,
that's all you really need him to do. You don't really need him to like hook up with the owl and all that. And you really didn't hook up the owl.
No, they just sort of like had
let
one
me
scene.
kiss you.
Yeah, like one scene is all of a sudden it's like, and they make out, and like nothing's made of this again. Good,
Yeah.
we can all move on with our lives.
Yeah, they really didn't have like a single line of dialogue between each other.
Like really.
Like Kowalski like talked to her and all that, but she was just like, no, not noticing you.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was lame.
Yeah.
Like, that was very lame. Like if you're going to introduce, like, some kind of love element, either full regalia, go with it and make a connection, or leave it out. Don't, like, it didn't ruin the movie or anything. It was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, this is a weird thing to, like, really add on, because Kowalski does have, like, more, like, fun and all that. Like, maybe more played for, like, a rivalry sort of thing, like, with Skipper and, Classified and all that. Yeah, and then Corporal and why am I blanking on the names already? Like, what would Corporal even go up against? Like, it would be
no one, because Corporal he liked the penguins.
Yeah,
he thought they were cute and cuddly.
Yeah, yeah, that's just what was all fun and all that. Like, short fuse would go up against Rico and all that.
Yeah, and they did nothing with that, which sucks because it's like, man, you could have had the two demolition guys like get into a dick measuring contest about like who's more destructive, and we did nothing with that.
Yeah, like, that would be fun because we did it with Classified and Skipper, and that was fun and all that sort of stuff. Like, we could have done it with the rest of them because it's basically like team versus team. Like, we really didn't have that.
Which is weird because if you're going to introduce the element of like two super agent, and that's the thing too is like not only is it two like teams that are trying to be like secret agents, but on top of that you have this angle of the professional elite squad, that being the North Winds, versus the
guerrilla.
The guerrilla roughnecks squad of the Penguins. There's something there. Nothing really done with that. Not really.
Yeah. Thinking back on it, that's kind of disappointing and all that, because it's basically more like the North Winds just saved them. They try to lock them up in Madagascar. They escape.
Well, they weren't trying to lock them up though. They were trying to put them in a safe house, mostly get them the fuck out of the way because they're idiots and they would have jeopardized the mission. But at the same time, it was a safe house. It's not like they were going to be trapped in like a podunk prison or something.
Yeah.
They were going to be put someplace safe.
Yeah, true as well. But they're still like locking them up and like getting out of the way and all that.
Yeah.
Like, they obviously wouldn't be able to leave the safe house and all that.
So, I mean, scale of 1 to 10. Like, 5? I'm thinking, like...
Like, I would say 5 is, like, average movie that I would just say, like, you can watch it, it's, like, completely harmless and all that. Like, if the other movie, the Minions, was, like, lower to 3 and all that. Like, 3 is just basically, like, boring, dull, and that sort of stuff. I would say, like, this was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it. Like, I watched it once. Like, watching it a second time, I just realized, like, it doesn't really have, like, much for a second viewing and all that. It's, like, it's a fun movie, but not really a movie I would watch again and again. So I would say about 6 out of 10.
Yeah, like, 5 is just, like, middle of the road. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine. We watched it, what?
Yeah, twice.
Twice? We watched it twice, and, like, the second time around, it's like, the jokes still have a bit of a punch, but at the same time, it's like, yeah... That's rare, I think, to find DreamWorks movies that have repeatability.
Yeah.
I think Peabody and Sherman's one of the few exceptions where I've seen it multiple times and I still love it. Mm-hmm. Like, since the first time I've watched it, I still really like it. Same thing with, like, Shrek.
Yeah.
You know, I really enjoy it. This is like, it's fine. You know, it's honestly though, I will say this, it's way better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Because, you know, coming as a guy who, I don't like the Madagascar films at all. I make no love, no love lost on that. Don't like them at all. I don't like the TV show. Really, it's not funny.
Yeah, it's just mediocre at best.
Yeah, it's like, oh, because Dreamworks keeps doing this now, where it's like, if we have a popular project, we make a TV show on it.
Hail King Julian.
Yeah.
Everyone loves that.
Hail King Julian, Kung Fu Panda, something of Awesome.
Legends of Awesome. Like, I thought that was sort of like, alright. But everyone is just like, alright, sort of thing. It doesn't really like show like, oh my god, this is like on the level of like the writing of the movie and all that
Yeah,
sort
like
of
there's
stuff.
like, was Monster vs. Aliens got a fucking TV show.
Yeah, Turbo got a TV show.
Yeah, Netflix show, yeah.
Yeah.
Crudes.
Yeah, Cruise
And
is gonna
Peabody
be-
and Sherman.
Yeah.
They all got shows.
Yeah, but all of them are just like, pretty much just
Oh,
okay.
and the Dragons.
Oh yeah, Dragons did it. Like, probably the best ones would have to be like Dragons and, yeah, just really Dragons is the best one of the bunch.
Because it's kids hanging out with dragons.
Yeah,
That's
and that's cool and all
that in and of itself is badass.
Yeah.
This one's like, you know, they're secret agents, but then you do the show and it's like, well, they're
That's
stuck in the zoo.
Stuck in the zoo.
Because you know how much it would cost to make other locations for a
Yeah.
CG animated show? That would cost a shitload of money.
Yeah, really.
So what do? Fuck it, just keep it in the zoo.
Yeah.
And yeah, so honestly, a 5. You know, recommend it? Yeah, because honestly, it's still kind of surprising that it was this entertaining for what it was. So in that, there is like a credence of kudos to it, because it's like, kudos, you know, it's better than, you know, I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, this is good. It's certainly better than I thought it was going to be, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, at least it wasn't garbage. It
Yeah.
wasn't fucking Minions.
Yeah. At least it wasn't Minions.
At least it wasn't Minions. Matter of fact, tagline that, put it on the box.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't Minions. By 2 schlubs.
Hey, I'm not a schlub. I'm just a guy who just likes movies. Like this. I like this movie.
I like this movie too. You know what I didn't like?
What?
Fucking Minions. Alright guys, thanks for watching.
Yep. Peace out until next time.
Peace out.